It's the JT Cho Show!
Oh no! God damn, he scared. Dude, he just fucked me with a baseball bat.
9, 6, 5,
God damn it.
What's going on, guys?
129 is what's going on
129
of the JT Show. And cheers to 18 holes a day at Timber Trace.
Dude, it was great. I love Timber Trace. Timber Trace, what, Pinckney, Michigan?
Pinckney, Michigan.
My favorite course on the planet right now. I haven't played a whole lot of places, but as of right now, that's my favorite place. Timber Trace.
Timber Trace. Yeah, difficult course, hard course, nice course.
I shot an 89 there once, and that's the best I've shot in the last 4 years.
I also shot an 89 there once.
You did.
We shot 80s.
I did it like
days.
Yeah, it was like a week later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I shot like a high 90 the second time too, and I was like, man, why can't I just do another 80 like last week?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Always looking out for yourself.
Who do you got for birthdays today?
You go first.
You go first. I went first last week.
Buddha.
Buddha?
Buddha.
That's way better than
His
mine.
first name is Gautama. I don't know. Can you read that? With the G at the top?
Oh. Nope. That's
Yeah, neither can I. I don't know his birthday, but he was born in the year 0563. Happy birthday, fucking Buddha. Crazy.
Happy birthday to Dean Norris. Hank Schrader. Off of Breaking Bad.
Oh, I haven't watched all of it.
Oh.
Is that the same dude off of Prison Break?
The bald guy.
Yeah, he was the DA agent or whatever.
I haven't seen your show.
No, in yours. He was
The
like
bald guy, yeah,
he was like the brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was also a prison guard in Prison Break.
Yeah.
And then he ends up going to prison and then breaking out with him.
Hilarious.
Spoiler.
Yeah. If
But,
you haven't seen
that's all in like the first season.
If you haven't
That's like
seen
the first 5 episodes.
Prison Break's from like early 2000s.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal if you haven't seen it. Literally, dude, fucking his brother gets convicted of something. I don't know if he did it or not. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But so the guy who's in prison, his younger brother, gets the blueprint of the fucking prison tattooed on his back, so they can't take it from him.
Yeah.
And he just goes to prison, and they know he has it, and they just don't do anything about it.
You can't.
And then they dig their fucking way out of prison because they have the blueprints. Like everything, like the air ducts and everything. They have it all marked on his back. It's fucking nuts. Every season after that season, though, is just them breaking out of a different fucking prison. Even the one that they brought back, they were just breaking out of like a Mexican.
Well, they just kept
prison.
going back to prison?
You know that prison that was on, it was like deadliest prisons ever? It was in Mexico, and like they can't even bring prison guards into the prison because they'll get fucked up because the prisoners have taken over. So they just drop off prisoners at the gate. The prisoners on the inside of the walls open the gate. Prisoner goes in, they drop the gate, and that's it. That's the last time the prison guards have any touch with them.
That's
and then
wild.
the prisoners just run the shit. So that's like the last season as they go in there and they got to try and break someone out of that prison. But it's a bitch because
So they just keep going back to prison?
They just keep going back to prison. It's not good. The
I thought it
first
was-
season,
I thought it
the
was-
first 2 seasons are
I thought it was
phenomenal.
one prison break. Just multiple.
Each season is one prison break.
Yeah, Hank was born in 1963.
I think this might be the first time I've ever done a shot to Buddha. Isn't that crazy? It's Buddha's birthday. You know who else's birthday is today?
Who's that?
American hero,
Who's that?
Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle has the same birthday as Buddha.
For a reason.
Yeah, I think it's funny. Yeah, shout out Chris Kyle, Buddha, and
Hank Schrader.
Hank Schrader.
Dean Norris.
Wow. Who's leading the Masters right now?
So it got suspended twice. Originally got suspended on the 7th, and then it got suspended
Which is yesterday, Friday.
Yep, and then today's Saturday. We'll probably get this uploaded Monday because I'm lazy.
So someone will have won. If Brooks Koepka has won the Masters, I missed out on $3,000, and it's all my fault.
Brooks Koepka is currently 13 under. Round 3 has been suspended. John Rahm's in second place at John Rahm. He's in second place at -9. Bennett, the amateur, that has
He's got a 4.
and by the way, everyone's kind of rooting for Bennett because after you shared the story.
Oh yeah, the story. Well, you should play that right now.
Yeah.
If we get it. We'll just pause the video and play that.
Yeah. So basically the story, if you haven't heard, his dad got diagnosed with early Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And then he wrote this. He had one thing to pass on during those tough.
He wrote him a note when he was fucked up.
Yeah.
He was like in the hospital. His kid came to visit him, and he wrote him a note. And what did
and
it say?
said,
It was like,
"Don't wait.
Yeah.
Don't wait to do the thing." Yeah, something like that.
Don't wait to do anything.
Yeah.
Is the gist of it. That might have been exactly what it said.
But his penmanship was tattooed
awful
on his arm.
Yeah, and it was awful penmanship, but he got it tattooed on his left forearm so he could take it with him everywhere. And then literally that year, he won the amateur, which got him a bid into the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
And the first day of the Masters, he was teamed up with Scotty Scheffler playing with him. As the dude from Barstool said, played with him stroke for stroke, ended up with a -4 at the Masters with no bogeys.
Yeah.
No bogeys on the whole day.
Crazy.
Fucking wild. Very impressive for the fucking 22-year-old or whatever he is.
So Sam Bennett, we got Patrick Cantlay.
Cantlay.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We got Fitzpatrick tied for 4th with Cantlay. We got Hovland at
Victor Hovland, yeah.
you got Morikawa tied for 4th as well.
Everyone was sharing those memes of
and
Victor
Henley.
Hovland because he wore a crazy shirt, and it was the
pink one.
Yeah, it was the scene from my favorite movie of all time, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And he's up at the front desk, like getting his room, and Sarah Marshall's coming up behind him. And Mila Kunis is like, oh, she's coming up. And he's like, fuck, I wish I shouldn't have worn this fucking shirt. So that was the meme. It was him saying, I wish I wouldn't have worn this fucking shirt as he's up -6 in the first day of the Masters.
That's hilarious. You have Victor, Morikawa, Henley, Fitzpatrick, and Cantlay all tied for 4th. And then you have like a 6-way tie for 8th place.
Yeah.
But Phil Mickelson, -4.
Wow.
Tied for 8th place at -4. That...
I almost like that as much as I like Brooks in first place. So I've been huge on this. I don't know if I said it on last week's pod. I wish I did. But I've been a proponent for the LIV golfers to win majors. I really hope they do. Not because they're better or anything, but I think it would be good for LIV Golf. And I think more golf leagues is just good for everybody. And so I wish Brooks...
When's Monday Night Golf League start? With Tiger and Rory?
Oh, I don't know. That might be in a couple months.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that are in on JT's.
But like you said, more
it.
golf is good golf.
Yeah, exactly. More golf is good golf.
Those celebrity matches where it's like Tom Brady and Peyton.
Those are great.
Those are great content, dude.
I love those. I watched all day of Tom Brady's as much as I could. I was at work for a lot of it.
I watched the Aaron Rodgers.
As much as I could. Yeah, that was a good one too. And then even the one with fucking
Bryson and
Josh Allen and Mahomes, right?
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, that was a really good one too.
Yeah, and
I love all those, dude. The match 4, the match 5.
Yeah,
I love it.
Especially the shit talking from Tom Brady to all. Who's gonna leave you?
You know who? Remember Joe Hayden, the cornerback, played for the Steelers back in the day. Mm-hmm. He was on a podcast recently. I don't know whose podcast, but they asked him who the best golfer he's ever played with was, and he said fucking Ben Roethlisberger had a 4 handicap.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he was a fucking stick. He said if he was on your team for a scramble, you were gonna win.
And he's got a pod. He might have been on his pod.
And he was like James Harrison. No, it was Ben wasn't there. Ben wasn't there. It was some random golf podcast. I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
But and he said James Harrison, not that good at golf. He's like, I wouldn't say it to his face, but he's not that good at golf. Which is exactly what I would say.
I'm hoping one day I at least get to golf with either a celebrity or a famous golfer, just to...
Who famous do you think you could beat at golf other than James Harrison?
Turtle from Entourage.
You think, like the actual actor himself? Yeah. You think you beat him?
Yeah. I know he's on.
Do you have some insider information on that I don't know?
I just follow him on Twitter and I see him golf.
Okay. I would like to think I could beat DJ Khaled.
I think a tough match would be Bill Murray. Because
I think that would be a tough match.
He gets to probably shoot senior tees. And
not only that, but I don't think he's that great, but I think he's like a boy. I think he's a boy. Yeah, I think he's just like I think he's that homie. I think he's the guy in the scramble that makes the putt.
I think J.R. Smith smokes me.
Oh yeah, I mean he's an amateur golfer.
Yeah.
I don't know what's he doing now. What's J.R. Smith doing?
Still
now?
in college, I guess.
Really?
I think so. Finishing
like his
up.
5th year. Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I'm about to check up on J.R. Smith. Who else? Who else do you think he could beat?
For celebrities at golf, I mean, there's a slew of people that I do like. I would love to play Adam Sandler in golf. But I know he's more of a basketball guy, but that's also somebody like I'd love to play 3-on-3 with is Adam Sandler for sure. But one more celebrity that I think I could beat at golf that I know that golfs. This one's pretty difficult.
J.R. Smith feels like he's been blackballed from the NBA. I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but
Oh, you've been golfing.
yeah. That's like if I played in the NBA, I was like, I'm gonna try and play professional golf. And then 3 years later, I was like, hey, I'm trying to play some more.
Well, who are you, Michael Jordan? You got to come back for the Wizards?
He's not Michael Jordan.
No, that's what I'm saying. He went and played baseball and came back.
He tried, dude. He tried to be Michael, I guess.
One more celebrity who I would like to play Mark Wahlberg.
I think Mark Wahlberg would smoke me because I remember a clip of him talking to someone.
He's got his own little backyard thing.
Yeah, so I don't remember who it was. It was one of those TikTok guys that was like, who's the most famous person in your phone? And one of the dudes was like, Mark Wahlberg. And they're like, no shit, call him right now. And he's like, all right. And he called him and he goes, yo, Mark, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I just finished a round of golf. And he goes, hey, what'd you hit? And he goes, I missed a couple putts. It was 6 over. And then he's like, what have you been hitting lately? And he goes, oh, last round I played, I was plus 16. He goes, hey, it's all right, man. You'll get there. We're playing in that scramble next year, right? And he's like, yeah, for sure, dog. I'll see you there. But it's like, it's clearly Mark on the phone.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a shot in hell I beat Mark Wahlberg.
But I'd like to golf with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a great fucking time.
That'd
be a great fucking time.
Yeah.
I think Mark Wahlberg's... Let's do a draft of top 5 famous people hangs. Like, you're just going to kick it with them.
Okay, if you do a draft, we each get 3 picks because that's a foursome.
Okay.
So, top 3 celebrities that you would like to golf with.
All right. You go first.
All right.
It gives me more time.
Because you also have to consider if they'd be pretty good at golf.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want to pick someone that was shitty. I'm gonna go a hot pick here, and it's a hot pick because we talked about him today, and he's been in 2 of the things we love recently. And I am gonna drive in my golf cart with Jack Black.
Jack Black, okay.
Maybe Jack Black plays golf. I don't know if he does or not, but
hey, if he does, I'd be impressed. I'm not gonna doubt him anymore.
Yeah,
he's a way better singer than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Peaches. Jack Black. I'm gonna go. All right. So is it someone we think that's into it, or are they being forced to be there? Are they stoked to be?
I think it's someone that you could at least have fun with on the golf course. That's why I'm riding with Jack Black.
So they're there to have fun.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh.
I don't know if he's good at golf. I don't know if he would enjoy a round of golf, but I think he would be a good guy to fucking hang out with and be around.
Yeah. My number 2 would be damn it, I just had him. Iron Man. Robert Downey. He's probably good at golf. He looks like he's good at golf. I think he'd be the golfer where he would just be like, hey, sport, just relax here. Why don't you just hit what are you thinking here? 7? Oh, you're gonna hit it a little over. Why don't you just try an 8? What if you're short? Who cares? And then you'd hit the best 8 in your life, and he'd be like, what happened?
So I'm thinking about like my entertainment, because I think I'm gonna ride with Dave Chappelle. We're in cards. I'm gonna ride with Dave Chappelle. We're not walking it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with Dave. And I think the other 2 motherfuckers, I think I know who both of them are gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is gonna be Kanye. I think it'd be hilarious. Like, he was there, like, he just showed up. Like, I imagine
Never golfing, even if it's his
not
first
even
time.
like maybe he's gone a bunch, maybe it's his first time, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm just imagining he pulls up. Like, I signed up with Dave. Me and Dave were together. We're like, hey, we're gonna play a twosome. They're like, oh, we got to team you up with someone.
Right.
And these are the guys they teamed us up with. They're there to have a good time
Mm-hmm.
and play golf. Mm-hmm. And we got a case of beer and some shots and some weed, of course, or whatever. We're just hanging out. That's my 3 right now. Who's your?
You
who's
got
your
Dave
third?
Chappelle, you got Kanye, and who?
Dave and Kanye. No one yes.
Yeah. So probably top 3. It's got to be someone who enjoys the sport. This one's tough, but I want to go. Not him either. I mean, can we go athletes too?
Anyone.
Oh, okay.
Anyone
cool.
famous. Anyone famous.
Okay, so golfing with Robert Downey Jr. is Steph Curry.
Okay.
Because I Steph Curry's really good at golf.
Yeah, he is great at golf.
Yeah, and I think it'd just be a sick person to hang out with because I'd just be like,
It'd be fun to talk to him.
how do you do it?
Yeah.
What do you mean? How do you just make it?
You just toss him a basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
He shoots it and it sticks out.
I know. If you subbed any athlete out, it'd be Aaron Rodgers all day.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers between
Steph's like the basketball superstar.
imagine you're paired Timber Trace. We got a foursome. You're paired with Tom Brady. I'm paired with Aaron Rodgers.
That'd be such a.
But it's a tight day to where you're kind of thinking every hole. You're like whatever.
Yeah.
Where we get to just throw footballs with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers between. Oh hey man.
I didn't even bring that into consideration. I was just like, we're just out there playing like today, just fast.
So I'd sub Steph out with Aaron, just because you get to toss the ball between when you're waiting for it. And Aaron, that I've heard, is a dick when it comes to people being like, throw me the ball, and he doesn't just go, yeah, here's an easy one. He'll be like, here's a fucking NFL pass. And then just right through their hands.
Yeah.
I heard that he just bullets them. So if you're like, hey, throw me the ball, he'll just be like, boom,
Right to your hands.
Yeah, dude, I've heard it. Allegedly, I've heard
That's
it.
what I would do if I was an NFL quarterback. I would just huck it as hard as I could.
Hey, Aaron, I'd fucking catch it.
I don't think he would.
I would.
don't think
Hit me on a 3-yard slant. Boom, I got it.
I've seen some fucking low balls go through his hands.
Look, I'm slow, but I got it.
We'll see. Maybe never, but we'll see. My 4th, Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Happy fucking Gilmore, and he's riding with Kanye. Just because I think it'd be hilarious.
Hey, man.
I think
nothing but good.
Imagine that YouTube video, dude. Me and Dave Chappelle in one car, and Adam Sandler and fucking Kanye in the other. And people are we just got cameras following us. Maybe we don't even have any cameras. Just imagine the fucking.
And
the
honestly, if it
conversation.
was me and you riding in separate carts with 2 golfers, it would be John Daly and Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
because
I think that's
you're
what you have to
definitely
go with.
picking John Daly.
Oh, I'd much rather be kicking with John.
That's what I'm saying. Like Tiger.
Like
Woods,
I love me some Tiger. Don't get me wrong. If it was a random drawing and you got John Daly and I got Tiger, I wouldn't be upset.
No,
But if I got first pick at both of them,
you'd pick John.
I'd pick John.
And it's crazy. You'd have the best day with John, right?
we'd be drinking margaritas and Coors Light.
But I'd be like, guess
Smoking cigarettes. I would smoke so many cigarettes with John Daly, bro.
Hey.
I'd bring my own pack, and every time he pulled one out, I'd be like,
just bring 2 packs and just always offer to have. Here you go.
I bring Marlboro Lights.
Yeah.
This thing. Hey, dude, you want
And
one?
you're like, and you have the best day, and you're like, what'd Tiger tell you? And I'm like, no.
I'd be like, you motherfucker.
You
You like
wanna
write
know?
notes down for the pod.
No, dude. He's like, what'd Tiger tell you? And I just show you a book. He wrote me a game plan on how to get 15 strokes under. You're like, this is some bullshit. I just learned how to drink and golf.
I'd be like, hey, look at
Hey,
this. And it's
the
it'd be
best-
this right here. It'd be like, he just told me how to get an extra 15 beers a night.
My favorite John Daly story is when he's drinking Jack Daniels, and Tiger comes in, and and Tiger he goes, hey Tiger, you want to have a drink with us? And he goes, I think I'm gonna go hit some balls. So then about 2 hours later, Tiger comes back in. He goes, hey Tiger, come drink with us. And Tiger's like, I think I'm gonna go work out. And then another hour later, Tiger comes back in. We're on a 3rd bottle of Jack Daniels. That's why it's crazy. A 3rd bottle. And then he's like, Tiger comes back in. And I was like, have a drink with us. And Tiger's like, nah, I'm gonna get an early night's sleep. And then I kicked his ass and beat him by like 6 strokes. And you're like, Jesus Christ, dude, imagine.
That's got to be the best feeling on the planet.
That's got to be like.
Imagine being so good at a sport, you could just get absolutely destroyed the night before.
That'd be like,
and then go win.
That'd be like one basketball player who's unnamed because I can't think of one, who played against Kobe Bryant, and Kobe works out 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And then works out longer and harder than you do, but you're just wasted, and you wake up, you're like, I'm gonna be Kobe Bryant today.
That's like knowing you're playing Nolan Ryan the next day, and you see him out at the bar the night before. You're like, yo, Nolan, you want to do a drink? And he's like, nah, I got a game tomorrow. And you're just getting hammered. And the next day you go 3 for 3 or you hit the cycle on him the next day.
Yeah, dude.
Just fucking destroy him.
You just one putt all day.
That's crazy.
Would you rather hit the fairway with your driver every time or one putt every time? I think it's one putt.
One putt, yeah. Because, I mean, the short game is way more important.
How about one putt within 30 feet?
One putt still.
Okay, one putt within 20
Most
feet.
greens.
Or hit the fairway every time.
I think still 20. That's tougher,
Yeah.
but I think still 20. If you drop it down to 10, then I'm driver every time.
Yeah.
But 20, dude, as soon as you get into 20, as long as you hit it at 20, you know you're there. Like, imagine you're like sitting there looking at Albatross. You're like, I just got to land it within 20.
Yeah.
And you know you're getting an eagle no matter what, even if it's 19.9.
Yeah.
You get an eagle. That'd be crazy. Speaking of that, there was a fucking pitcher in college baseball. I don't know if you saw this. He was pitching, and he threw for a no-hitter and hit for the cycle.
So he hit a home run, triple, double, single, and pitched a
no-hitter in the same game. And I have a video.
That dude's got what's his name?
Don't know his fucking name. Maybe it says it in the video.
Corey, you're so funny.
His name is Brady Ware. And here's this video. So he just hit the cycle right there, hitting a homer. And that was his last pitch. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Isn't that fucking nuts, bro? I mean, either one of those at the collegiate level is impressive.
Yeah, you hit
doing them both.
Yeah,
that's like Shohei played for Stanford.
Yeah, I mean, like, definitely pitching a no-no is way harder than hitting the cycle.
Yeah,
but as a pitcher, to do both
is insane. Even if the pitcher just hit for the cycle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As anybody else on the field, the cycle is different.
The fact that he was in the game long enough to have 4 at bats is impressive as a starter.
And I think the clip we saw was the single, which was because he didn't run around the whole bases.
That was a homer. His last one was a homer.
Oh, okay.
They called it early. The video ended before he did.
Can you imagine just being the opposing pitcher and be like, "This guy hasn't allowed a hit. We're not."
I did watch on YouTube. There's a video of his whole game, and they see like the triple. It's a stand-up triple, stand-up double. The single's an easy single. The homer's a no-doubt homer. That's why he was jogging.
Yeah.
He just hit them all perfect.
In slow pitch softball, the cycle is easy.
Yeah. I mean, you have fucking 9 attempts to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. But in collegiate level baseball as a pitcher, that's just like hitting a home run as a pitcher.
I'd be surprised if he had more than 4 at bats. I'd be surprised.
Yeah, he probably went either 4 for 4 or 5 for 5. 4 for 5.
Probably one of them.
Yeah.
Probably one of them. Yeah, what else do I got here? There's this fan theory on one of our favorite movies, Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I love this.
And it's about Happy Gilmore 2.
The whole plot and shit for it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Alright, so I'll play the video. So here it is.
What about Happy Gilmore 2? The Long Drive. Okay, now we're talking. Is that more? Are you serious? Would you like to know more? Yeah, give it to me. Throughout the opening credits to this grand slam of the sequel, we'd see a collection of amateur videos, one after another, of everyday golfers trying Happy's signature driving technique.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably the same song as the...
Tuesday's gone.
Yeah, of course. After Happy's short stint on the tour, he was approached to help launch the World Long Drive competition. They only let him participate in the first competition in order to raise awareness and help sell tickets. And they ended up screwing Happy out of actually making any money at all. He now coaches hockey, and all the long drive competition is a huge success. No one competing has anything on Happy's old distance, as until a beefy hotshot using Happy's style smashes
Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
If he's better than the man he copied his form from.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Signature form.
Fueled by the challenge, the prize money, and the fact that the TV personality for the tournament is none other than Shooter McGavin. Happy decides it's time to see if he can still break out the bull dance and feel the flow in order to restore his legacy as the greatest hockey player ever to play some golf.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah, I saw that the other day, and it looked really good.
Yeah, right? It just, that would be sick. And even if it's not Bryson, even if it's like a Bryson-like character, just like a big jack dude that just happens to be using Happy's fucking swing.
Yeah.
He's got to go back and fucking beat him.
Another thing that we talked about before, switching from golf though, real quick. We talked about that Star Wars has been renewed for 3 more films, but not in the same trilogy.
3 new standalones.
But the one project, I just screenshotted it so I wouldn't lose it. James Mangold, who is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, will be directing a feature film set in a whopping 25,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, in what amounts to an original story of the Force.
Oh.
The singular metaphysic thread that binds together the entire franchise.
So like the OG Jedis.
Like how the Force came to develop to the Force.
Okay.
Like 25,000 years before Luke Skywalker.
I've seen a couple of people
That's
reading
one of the
old
3
books, and one of them was it was like the formation of the lightsaber, and it was like why they made it. So OG Jedi's back in the day used normal swords, like samurai damn near. They just used swords, and then the dark side of the Force, they have a special name for it between the dark and the light. They didn't used to be called dark and light, but that's basically what it turned into. The dark side used some type of anti-steel thing on the front of theirs. It was basically like the original inklings of a lightsaber, and it had like a lightsaber front to it, but then like a steel cage around the backside of it for blocking.
Yeah.
And to combat that, the light side came up with the lightsaber. And that's where we have like the modern lightsaber. But that was like years later after they finally retook power. And the lightsaber is the whole reason why. And then since everyone's had lightsabers, they just haven't been able to refine something down to something better than that.
So Kathleen Kennedy, she's like the president of Lucasfilms right now. So she announced at the Europe 2023 Star Wars celebration. So that was just a couple days ago.
All right.
That there's 3 new films. So directing the movies will be James Mangold, Dave Filoni, and Shareem Abed-Chinoy, which I guarantee I butchered
that.
2 of the 3 directors. Magnold's film will be Return to the Dawn of the Jedi, so basically how the Jedi were formed. Filoni's will be about the New Republic, in which will close out the interconnected stories told in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Ahsoka and other Disney series.
All right.
And then the 3rd book.
Ahsoka should be coming out this year, right?
I saw a preview. I don't know when it's coming out, but I did see the I saw the first.
I hope it's May. I have high hopes.
The Rise of Skywalker, and feature Ridley back as Rey as she builds the new Jedi Order.
Don't like that one as much.
So
my initial reaction is not a fan. I just didn't like Rey as a character.
Yeah, we talked. Let's
Yeah,
talk.
we
Let's
talked
talk about it
earlier.
here. It's not because she's a woman, but it's because
It's how she got the Force powers.
You look.
It's how she used them without any training.
And you look at Anakin Skywalker and as many midichlorian counts as he had, next to Qui-Gon. You know how like old shit.
What's the midichlorians between the two, between Rey and Anakin? I would like to know that because I know Anakin's was like 25,000 or something like that, and I think Luke and Leia were both about 20 or 12.5.
So hypothetically, Rey's midichlorian count is 14,000 midichlorians.
So it's a little more than Luke's.
Anakin had over 20,000, and his children
Yeah.
had 18,000.
Oh, was it 18? Okay, so I had a
Which
little
means
off.
the
Either way.
midichlorian count reduces with each generation. So, but the thing is though, as many as Luke had and as many as Anakin had, they weren't shit without training. And
Yeah,
Rey
neither one
just
of 'em.
and
Neither
Rey
one of
just
'em.
came into the series.
Because both Luke and Anakin, I think Anakin was younger than Luke by the time Luke started training, obviously, because I think Anakin was like, what, 13 and Luke was like 16 or something like that? 16, 17 for
Anakin
Luke.
was 9.
Was he 9? Goddamn.
Yeah, because he was a 9-year-old in space when they first found him. Then he was 4.
he? Okay.
And then when he came back on Clone Wars to talk to Padme, he was 14, and she was
Some big ass 14-year-old.
and she was like 18, and that's why I was a little like.
Well, no, yeah, because she was like 17 in the first one,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like 16
way
or
older than
17,
him.
and he was
Yeah.
9, and then he was 14, and she was the rest of the age. And
I didn't know he was 14. I thought he was like 17, 16. That's crazy. And
well,
then-
he just
so
got
that means-
huge. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's a big 14-year-old.
that's what I'm saying. A 16-year-old would make sense, but he was a huge 14-year-old.
And then, so that means what, for episode 3, he was like 19?
Let's look at
Let's
the
look at the
age.
age. Yeah. Let's look at the ages. That'll be better. I wasn't a huge fan of Rey because Rey just like out of nowhere was just able to use these Force abilities that Obi-Wan spent years mastering. Like the first time Obi-Wan used Force Persuasion was in episode 4. And that was well after all of his
Oh,
main training, but his hermit shit happened way later.
So,
on.
here's-
she was just able to use his hermit training out of nowhere.
here's where I'm wrong. He was 9 in the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
But there's a bigger age gap between the Phantom Menace and Clone Wars than I realized. In the Clone Wars, he's 19 years old.
Wow.
In-
That's a 10-year gap.
In Revenge of the Sith, he's 22 years old.
And then a 3-year gap. Okay,
And
wow.
A New Hope, he's 42 years old.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back, he's 45 years old.
He looks old for 42.
Well, because he got fucked up by the lava.
Jesus Christ. Well, no, I mean Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah.
Obi-Wan had to be, what,
50.
50? He looks old for 50.
Yeah, he looks like a beat 50.
He looks like he's 80. How old was the actor that played him?
Ewan McGregor?
No, not you and the older one in 4, A New Hope.
Let's see, hold on. Oh, yeah, so when Anakin was 9, Padme was 14. That means that Anakin
5-year
was
difference.
knocking a 23-year-old.
What a guy.
So Obi-Wan ages. Obi-Wan was 25 years old in The Phantom Menace.
Wow.
Attack of the Clones, 10 years after, so he's 35. He was 38 in...
Yeah, okay. I did not see 25. I thought he'd be like 22, 21.
Right? So you're just a goddamn Padawan for a goddamn minute, dude.
Forever.
And
That's why he's
Anakin's
so good.
And that's why Anakin's like, I'm 19! I got all these hormones! Dude, that's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Just learned something.
Yeah. I thought he was like 22.
Still, even because how old was he for episode 4? How old was Obi?
Obi-Wan in episode 4. Oh, God. He was like 150, dude.
Not
That's-
even.
Here.
He looked like he was 150.
Yeah.
But if this is right, he had to be in his 50s. Like 51?
Let's see, 38 by the time his conflict... In other words, Obi-Wan was 38 years old in Revenge of the Sith. Let's see.
So even if it was a 12-year difference, 14-year difference, that makes it
He was
55.
Therefore,
54.
Obi-Wan is 48 years old and is in his own show.
Okay.
And so Ewan McGregor is 50 when he's playing a 48-year-old Obi-Wan.
Yeah, but he looks like a good fucking
50,
48-year-old.
57 years old in A New Hope, which he looked goddamn 80.
80, bro.
And
He looks so bad. My dad
oh,
looks
62.
better.
62.
So the actor was 62?
No. Kenobi, the original Star Wars trilogy, was 62 years old when filming A New Hope.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So,
I don't know if that timeline matches up.
Obi-Wan is 57 years old in
No, I mean the
New
difference
Hope.
between.
Oh no,
Luke.
sorry.
So episode 3 is year 0, and then Luke.
Hey, we don't have to look. We don't have to.
No, I want to know that, bro.
What?
Is that a huge plot hole? How old is Luke supposed to be in episode 4? If he was born in episode 3, what's the time difference? Because if Obi-Wan was 38 and he was supposed to be 60, does that mean Luke's fucking 24? 25? I don't know what the math is there.
Since Luke was born in episode 3, he is 19 years old in episode 4.
I think that's a plot hole. How old was Obi-Wan? I'm gonna do quick math. So you said he was 63, right? In the new one, or in the episode 4. How old was he in the other one? 38?
He was 57 in episode 4.
He was 57. Okay.
Obi-Wan age episode 4 was 61 or 62.
So
And-
we'll go 61.
And then Luke episode 4 was 19.
Yeah. All right. So how old was Obi-Wan in episode 3?
Hilarious. We're just doing Star Wars age 35.
Should be 42. That's a 19-year difference between what he should be. Even if it's 60, he's supposed to be 41.
Many are often shocked to find Obi-Wan was only 57 years old when he died fighting Darth Vader in A New Hope.
If it was 57,
For many, the issue of Obi-Wan's age is a plot hole, which he initially is seen as an old solitary man, but in Star Wars made him younger than he looked in the original trilogy. So what happened was, they didn't ever think it was going to take off that much.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that.
And
yeah.
so that's what
That
happened.
was why the original episode 4 wasn't named episode 4. It was just Star Wars. There was no
New Hope.
New Hope. There was no New Hope. It was just Star Wars. And then they added a New Hope episode 4. It was literally just Star Wars. It was supposed to be like, it was supposed to be the story of Luke Skywalker as told by the Wills or something like that was the original name.
What you pouting about?
It's crazy. Fucking Star Wars. What do you think of the Mando so far?
I love it. Jack Black was just in the Mando. I know we talked about him golfing, but if you haven't seen the episode, I won't say what it's about.
He did
but-
great. Him and Lizzo.
Yeah,
Lizzo.
great couple.
Yeah.
I love their whole. That's how I think if I had money without Jedi or Mandalorian fucking strives for power, I would live just like Jack Black. I would have a
His
little.
vibe was pretty great.
Yeah, great vibe.
Yeah.
Even though he technically was from the Imperial, but with living with Lizzo, he has a great vibe. So far, it hasn't. Which one was the last?
I don't remember.
Okay. So, anyways, with the Mando, I do like the loophole they just pulled. I do like the direction it's going. One thing that I thought was hilarious that I didn't get to mention was with the Mando series altogether, I think they've had better standalone character development than episodes 7, 8, and 9 together.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
so
I'm
what-
not a huge fan of 7, 8, 9. I get the whole series like a fucking 5.
So one
5-3.
key example. Look at the story development for Stormtroopers. Okay, the main Stormtrooper character development in 7, 8, 9 was Finn.
Yeah.
In the Mando, you have Bill Burr. And Bill Burr's 2 episodes that he's in total has a better character development
It's like an episode and a half, realistically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
than Finn does in 3 movies. So that's why the Mando is continued to be fire through season 3.
Chill out.
You hear a moped outside and you go all crazy, but that's why the Mando's been great since season 1. And that's why season 3's continued to be the same steady flow of Star Wars content that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the way.
I've very much enjoyed all of The Mandalorian.
This is the way.
This is the way. What else I got here? I said Happy Gilmore 2. This is kind of a funny one. I saw it on Barstool. Would you rather spend the rest of your life blind or in an Olive Garden? And that was one of the jokes, is like the fact that you had to sigh means a lot about Olive Garden. Like,
I'm going blind.
I think I'd go blind too. I think I would too.
Just because, one, you're getting
Olive
government...
Garden would just kind of suck.
You're getting... I mean, like, eventually you're going to be like, this is hell.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get some type of government assistance. Maybe you make some funny videos and someone puts you on.
Well, look,
I don't know.
I've seen blind. Look. There's
What if the caveat is in Olive Garden you never have to pay for any food? You can even DoorDash.
Well, I'd assume that was part of the.
Well, yeah, but not just Olive Garden food. Like, you could also DoorDash. So, like, whatever's available on DoorDash or for delivery. You can't pay someone to go pick you up. Like, let's say that, like, there's, like, Geno's cheesesteaks. You can't just pay someone to fly Geno's to you. It's just whatever's in your
I'm
local area
going
on
blind.
DoorDash.
So Jake Olson was a long snapper for USC.
Yeah.
He was blind.
Yeah.
I met him. I was at a dinner with him, and then he came and spoke. But he is a phenomenal golfer, and he walks the greens barefoot.
Wow.
And he'll walk to the hole from where his ball's at, and he will putt that motherfucker in the hole. And then when he drives, his dad just tells him what's in front of him, and he just fucking hits the goddamn ball straight down the fucking fairway.
Was he ever able to see?
I think his vision, when he was very little, his vision...
So he was like 6 or something?
Younger, I believe.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
okay. So he didn't remember shit.
No. And so... When he golfs, he is a phenomenal golfer, and that's all.
crazy.
That's all I would do is.
I would be so mad if I lost to a blind dude.
Yeah,
I would be upset.
I'd be more upset if I lost to a dog.
Yeah. That fucking, he's all right. So he's referencing a fucking
TikTok.
TikTok I sent him, and it was like your dad after you just got done playing Air Bud, and the dad's sitting there in the driver's seat, and he's like 32 fucking points. And he's like, the kid's like, he was really good, Dad. And he's like, it was a dog! It's just, that would be funny in any scenario. Like, imagine you're, like, after a football game, you just lost state to Air Bud, and you got, like, tackled on the way to the end zone.
Or it's just your kid on the other team.
Or you get burnt down
Like,
the sideline. You
my
get burnt
dog.
down the sideline by a dog, and he catches it for a touchdown. And your dad's just like, I can't believe you gave up 210 yards. He's like, dude, he was so fast. Like, he was a fucking dog.
Yeah, but here's the argument: a golden retriever is gonna outsprint a 9-year-old.
Yeah, but what if you jam him? I don't think they were 9-year-olds. I think it was like high school, wasn't it?
Air Bud might have been high school.
I think everybody might be high school. There's no way it's Little League. Who gives a shit about Little League?
What was the first one?
Basketball. It had to be basketball, yeah.
Yeah. So they were like middle school. Ish. So I think
middle
everybody was
school?
home school.
All right.
But then when he played baseball and he's hitting home runs, that was ridiculous. He'd break his teeth.
That's how he's hitting the ball.
With, home run. And then they made Air Bud
Like how you
hockey.
still lefty with your teeth.
I'm like, how's he skating? Okay. He's got 4 paws on the ice. Stupid.
Oh, fucking Air Bud.
Dumb.
Yeah, what else we got here? What else? Another golf question. Would you rather be given $1 million straight up cash, non-taxable, or have 24 hours to get a hole-in-one on a par 3, 119 to the pin? You have 24 hours to get a hole-in-one, you get $100 million.
Oh.
Or just 100, or just $1 million handed to you.
100 million.
You're gonna go for the hole-in-one.
Yeah.
You're a maniac.
100%.
You have 24 hours to do it.
I'm dialing in the gap wedge because that hits 120. And then I'm also going to be hitting a soft pitch.
I think I'm just taking the million.
I'm going 100 million.
I think I'm taking the million.
I think if you gave me, if we could set this up.
All right. So the only reason why is I've seen there was a golf video of Colin Morikawa playing golf with the foreplay guys, and they spent I think it was 9 hours between the 5 of them, like the four foreplay guys and Colin Morikawa, on a par 3. I think it was like 140 something, but they spent the whole day shooting shots at this fucking hole, and it got to the point to where even if they did hit a perfect shot, the divots they left from the 100 other shots they shot fucked them up. So it was just like all chance. And even if you went up there and fixed all your divots, you're losing out on like
time.
20% of your time. So it's just knowing Colin Morikawa spent an entire day trying to get a hole-in-one and never got one. That makes me think, like, even 12 hours. So with double the time, do I think I can do what a pro golfer couldn't? No, I don't think I could. I think I'm taking my milli. I'm investing half of it, and the other half I'm investing in all my dreams. And I think that's just the way to go. And if we're both offered it, I'm taking the milli. You shoot your 100 milli. If you don't hit it, I got you, bro. We're rolling. I would pay you 100,000 to shoot for the 100 milli. Like I would just, I know I don't have it in me. I know I don't. There might be an off chance that I do, but I'm not.
It's just twice in 1 year I got within 2 inches.
Yeah.
So I just have that feeling where if you gave me 1 day
Out of 10, how many times do you think you get it within 2 though?
0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's 10.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just wild. I think my percentages are pretty fucking close to 0 against the 100% chance of getting a milli. I'm taking the milli.
I'd start just hitting a soft driver for the first
just to warm up.
Yeah, just the
Just
first
to
30.
see, maybe you roll one up there.
Exactly. You're not divoting it. You're just rolling it up.
Yeah, you have all day. You have fucking 23 hours left.
Yeah. Get some lights on that course.
Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is kind of crazy. This is a wild one. So you know Michael Jackson's song "Just Beat It."
Yeah.
So there is a point in the song where he is in a pool hall.
And there are
no holes in the pool tables.
And they said, when did you realize this? And it wasn't until I saw the meme.
Yeah, it wasn't until right fucking now. And fuck, I can't find the goddamn video.
Yeah, I know, but it's fucking wild.
Is this it?
Me out, Disney.
Oh no, that's not it. That's a different one. Damn, that's lame. I wish I fucking had it.
Right.
Oh, crazy. You want to go into cut stumpers? I have 3 guesses for you.
Yeah, I was gonna throw up one thing. So since it's Masters weekend, we can throw up the logo. Let me just write down the time. You have $10 to order at the Masters.
Oh yes.
So I'll let you look at it first. So you have $10 to build your menu item. You got $10. So let me know your order of your sandwiches. You have $10. So automatically, out of the sandwiches, is the chicken salad one of them?
There's no chicken salad. Oh yeah, there is. It's a $3 chicken salad.
So I'm gonna go with $3 chicken salad.
I'm gonna go.
What are you just keeping it to yourself?
Oh no, sorry, I was writing it down. So I'm gonna do the $5 beer.
$5 beers automatically.
Yeah, the Crow's Nest beer. That's the Masters signature beer.
Wait, isn't there one for 4? Or no, or 6? What are the beer? Are
they're
they
both
the same?
$5. One of them's domestic. One of them's their Crow's Nest.
Yep, Crow. Yep.
So I'm doing the Crow's Nest beer.
Yep.
And that's what I'm sipping on all day. I'm doing the barbecue sandwich for $3.
Yep.
And the pimento cheese sandwich for $1.50. What's that leave me? Like
50
$1,
cents.
50 cents. Yeah, so I'm done. And what I'm doing is I'm busting open the pimento cheese, putting all the pimento on one side of it, and I'm busting open the pulled pork or whatever the fuck it is, the barbecue sandwich. I'm putting all the barbecue on one side of it, and I'm smashing those two together, and that's what I'm eating. So I'm getting their beer and the pimento cheese all in one. So you got to have the pimento cheese at the Masters. You have to.
So if I can go back, I'm doing the $5 beer as well.
Yep.
I'm doing the $2 chicken and biscuit breakfast. So that's $7. I'm doing the $1.50 egg salad sandwich.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
All right. And then that leaves me with $1.50, which is enough for the Georgia pecan caramel popcorn.
I'm cool off all that. I'm mashing those two Sammys together with that beer, and I'm having a great day.
Yeah.
I'm also buying a $32 chair, and I'm planting it right in the middle of Eamon's corner.
Eamon's corner.
And they don't, dude. That's the crazy thing is the Masters. They don't like you buy the chair, you put your name in it, and you just put it somewhere, and nobody takes it. You could be right on the green, like up against the ropes. Nobody moves it. You can put it there and walk away and go follow someone.
Yeah.
And then later on the day, come back there. It's still there, and you can just sit there and kick it.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody moves it. Like
Yeah.
they're all just like upstanding people. They just let it chill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is-
you just have
is-
to be the first one there.
Yeah, I don't think the Masters is the one where you can't have armrests on your chairs.
So the Masters, you can't bring anything in. If you want a chair, you have to buy one of theirs, and they're the lawn chairs that fold out, and they do have armrests.
Okay.
So I don't know which one's the ones you can have armrests. But,
Yeah.
What else? Oh, did you know that there's a palm tree at the Masters?
No.
There's only one.
I do know that the tree almost killed somebody.
There was a tree that almost killed someone. So this one's kind of funny, and it's
Did we know there was a palm tree around the course?
So they're interviewing him and they're asking him about the palm tree right in front of the palm tree.
I did
They have
not
no
know
idea.
that there was a palm tree around the course. I had no idea. I was surprised by the bamboo, to be real honest.
No, I did not.
I did not.
No, I did not. Did I know there's a palm tree around the course? Yes. If I had to guess what hole it was on, I would say 16.
I would say it would be on 6.
I guess my odds are 18 to 1. 6.
13. 19 total. 2. 13.
I believe it's on number 2. Amen corner.
7. It's gonna be filled with water. I'm gonna say 13. Is that right? We're really flavor, aren't we? Oh, that's so tough.
Cool. I would go with 4 then, probably. And by number 2, I moved right here at number 4 behind it. Is it right above me? You got it.
I'm gonna say it's on 4.
How dumb I would feel.
Right? I love the dude that's like, yes, I know there's one here, and it's on 2. And then they tell him it's behind
By
him. He goes,
2,
by
I mean-
2, I mean 4. And then he turns around and looks. He's like, no, I knew there was one here.
Yeah.
But I had no idea. There's only one palm tree
That's wild.
in all of it.
That's wild.
And they're like, where is it? And they're like, 4, 2,
Oh, I never guessed it.
16.
Never would have guessed it.
Never would have guessed it in a million years. It's crazy. All right, I have. What do we got here? All right, so I just decided which one I'm going to do. Do you know who Connor McDavid is?
The name sounds familiar.
Okay, so he is one of the best, if not the best, player in the NHL. Can you? All right, I'm going to show you 4 guys, one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to pick which one's Connor McDavid.
Okay.
All right, ready for it? So there's guy 1.
Okay.
There's guy 2.
Okay.
There's guy 3.
Okay.
There's guy 4. Can you tell me which one is Connor McDavid?
I hope it's 4.
You think it's 4?
Yeah.
It was 3.
Damn.
That's Connor McDavid.
Damn.
So he is the best player in the NHL right now. And he plays for whatever the fuck team he plays for. I don't know.
Oilers.
Is it the Oilers? Yeah, he plays for the Oilers. So Foreplay did a thing where they were asking people who's more famous, the best player in the NHL or Brooks Koepka. And it is unanimous. Brooks Koepka is way more fucking famous, which is wild to think about, and probably a huge fuck up on the NHL for not marketing their best player. Because Connor McDavid's going off. He's like super young, scoring a bunch of goals, getting a bunch of assists. Like he's just insane right now. He's like if he matches his pace, he's on pace to break Gretzky's record in no time. Like it's nuts what he's doing. He's the GOAT right now.
Right.
He's like the LeBron, the young LeBron of the NHL.
Right.
And Brooks Koepka is more famous than him.
How about
Which like minus this weekend, Brooks Koepka's almost like a nobody as far as the PGA is concerned. Like everyone knows him obviously, but he's not the best.
Yeah, not at all.
Other than this weekend. As of this weekend, he's the best right now. But crazy. I thought for sure you would know who Connor McDavid was because you're
name
kind
was
of a hockey
familiar.
guy. You're kind of a hockey guy,
Yeah.
but you couldn't pick him out of a crowd.
No.
You could pick Brooks out of a crowd though, right? Out of a crowd of golfers,
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Oh, that's definitely him."
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one more if you want to.
Yeah.
Let's do one more then. So it's one of those ones. It's like guess who this motherfucker is really old. All right, so I got 3 of these ones.
Okay.
So who's that?
That is old boy who plays on Jurassic Park. Also plays in Guardians of the Galaxy. Rent.com.
I mean, you know him.
Yeah.
Can you name him?
God, I can't even name him off of that.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, yeah.
All right, so you got one. You got one. All right.
Oh, don't know this one. Wow, dude.
I can't even remember his name, bro.
Fucking cut you in the face with a sarang iron.
Yeah. I can't remember his fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you're 50% right now.
I thought Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
Yep.
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
All I had to do was his stupid voice.
All right, so I do not remember.
You talking to Miguel
Rowe?
Rowe?
Chick's name now. I remember her name now. Any idea who this is?
No.
So I'm pretty sure her name is Maggie Smith. It's Professor
Oh
McGonagall.
wow,
Isn't that
crazy.
wild, dude?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's super duper wild.
Crazy. All right, well you're 33, technically 50% because you need the other one.
All right, so we're at the scratch off parts. This is where
Scratch off part. This is the part where we try and make money for the pod.
went up to 100. Went up to.
Oh,
1
I can
million.
win online with an entry code on this one.
Reveal a red star symbol, and then you win the hotspot. And then there's hot numbers. So here we go.
So if I pull up a W on one of these spots, I win whatever's on it.
We continue.
Jeez.
We continue to waste good hard. earned-
We could still win on this entry code.
We could. But that's a whole lot of losers. But hey, man, that was a good episode of the JT Show.
And I win forever.
First one to stop it wins. That's the end of the
GG's.
JT Show.
I win forever.
That's how you have to stop
I
it.
can't believe I got that.
That was crazy. Bye.